My name is Ellen Fisher, and I'm married to Frank Fisher, who has known Bob since they were in second grade.
Wow.
We go way, way back with Bob, but not nearly as far back with Sherry. Now, over the years, my children got to know Bob reasonably well. He would appear at our doorstep from time to time and move in for a week. We once had to make up a relative that was coming the next day and we needed the bed. And he doesn't know about. And then one day, not so very long ago, it seems like it's 5 years ago, although I know it's much longer, Frank and I were skiing in Colorado, and Frank went to the phone after we got back, and I was sitting there drinking a beer, and Frank said, "I have amazing news for you." Guess. I'm not going to guess. He was picking up messages from home, and one of them was an invitation to attend the wedding of Bob and Sherry that spring. And I said, no. After all these years, no way. So we called up our children, who all agreed. Couldn't be. It's a big joke. But we decided this was too big a joke to be a joke, and that it was for real, and it was. Now, we don't live in New York, so we did not see Bob and Sherry as often as we should have. But about once a year, we would squeeze in a brunch, usually at the 54th Street, Rue something or other, some cafe, 57th Street, for brunch on Sunday. And Sherry and Bob would schlep from Brooklyn. Oh, I forgot to say one thing. We knew this was a serious relationship, that it would last, when Sherry actually pried Bob out of New York and into Brooklyn. Now, I come from Brooklyn as a child, so I didn't think it's so amazing to live in Brooklyn. But as far as I knew, Bob was tethered to Central Park West. And this was a major thing, and we knew it was serious. And the Fisher family came to adore Sherry. We didn't see her very often, but it was so clear to us that she and Bob had found each other, and that she was just the right thing, and that she was so special. And she was, as you say, intense. She was intense about Bob, and she was intense about lots of other things. So although I didn't see her very often, I got emails. You've gotten emails too. She went through phases, but mostly it concerned Israeli and Palestinian relations, and J Street eventually. And since this was an interest that we share, although I cannot say, even though our sharing was intense, that it was as passionate as Sherry's. And as others have said, she had her opinions. And we had some very good, on our rare occasions, conversations about this, but we also were tipped off to every really interesting documentary television program or movie that you could possibly imagine on mostly Israeli and Palestinian relations. So although we were not around the corner friends or friends who knew her from college or from before, she was a very important person in our lives. And Bob, the kids, asked us to tell you how much they care.